We just bought this all-new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe, and after only 27 miles, the transmission's already giving us issues. You can actually hear the issue.
Now, does anybody want to explain to me why a brand new car is missing features that my 2013 Kia Optima has?
It's saying this, it's like system failure. I don't know what's happened. I can't move the car and everyone's tooting me. I've literally had this car for now 11 minutes and it's broken down on me again.
A brand new car isn't supposed to come with a maintenance history before you've made a single payment. But that's where the industry is in 2026. Vehicles keep getting more expensive and somehow less finished. Like they're being shipped to hit a deadline instead of a standard. The price goes up every year. The list of things that actually work goes down. Some of these cars couldn't even wait to prove it.
We recently bought a new Jeep Grand Cherokee, and within 6 weeks of owning it, we had our first major mechanical breakdown. After leaving the car in Arizona for 3 weeks to get repaired while we traveled all the way to Florida, we finally got her back, or so we thought. This whole incident started the day we were supposed to leave Arizona. We ended up having to get the car towed to the nearest dealership in Flagstaff. The rear air suspension failed and the car was undrivable. The dealership said it would take a minimum of 2 to 3 weeks just to get parts and couldn't give us an ETA on when it would be fixed. So we made the decision to drive in the RV back to the East Coast without the Jeep and would get the car shipped to us once the repairs were done. This was our first time ever shipping a car and we weren't sure of the process. It turned out to be fairly easy and the car even arrived a day early. The repairs were covered by the warranty, but incidental expenses like shipping the car are not covered, so we had to pay out of pocket for it. You can see the new airbags here that were replaced. This is what they should look like. But just 2 days after this, we went to drive the car and all of a sudden we heard a loud pop and the rear right airbag failed again. It's obvious that whatever caused this the first time was not resolved by the last dealership.
So here we got my brand new Escalade V Magnus Frost, one of 255 produced in the country. It's my assistant starting it up here. Check that out. Nothing like a little bit of a knock in the engine here with a whole 18 miles, a nice check engine light that's normally flashing, and never touching more than 50 or 55 on side streets on the way home from the dealer.
One of 25 ever made, which means whatever's wrong with that engine isn't a fluke. It's 1/25th of the entire production run already failing before it left the neighborhood. 18 miles, not 18,000, 18. That's not a car. That's a lease on regret with a bow on it. He never got it past 55. And not because he's cautious, because the check engine light was doing the driving. Someone already ran the numbers on this in the comments. $150,000. And it can't even make it home from the dealer. GM should be ashamed of themselves. Absolutely ridiculous. 12,000 people agreed with that one. And another commenter, 11,000 likes deep, laid out exactly how this ends. It's cool. GM will warranty. You'll get it back next year. You're 150,786 in line. 150,000 people ahead of him in a line for a car that's already broken. That's not customer service. That's a queue.
Well, my RS6 just broke down. Like, this entire fucking thing is broken. I'm going down the hill and I see it go into neutral. I didn't touch this at all. And now it is completely broken. Watch, if I start up something, I'm on a hill, by the way, so I tried to put the emergency brake on. Look at this. Everything is broken. Look at how many error lights there are. Look at this. Parking brake malfunction. I can't put it into park. Can't start the car. It just goes from the electrical on and off. Because it can't go into park because this is either broken. Keep in mind, this car is under warranty. I just picked it up and it literally broke in the middle of me driving and just shut down. Gas stopped working. Everything stopped working. So, looking like the RS6 is going to have to get towed. I was literally waiting to make like a week in the life of the RS6 to give an update on it. And, it's fucking broken.
Spent $48,000 on a car. And at 50,000 miles, my paint started peeling. Everywhere. Been dealing with Hyundai for a year, called corporate and everything, and the dealership, and nobody's helping me out here. We've gone round and round and round. Guys, what do I do? Help me out here.
As a young buck in the year 2026, hell, even older people still want brand new vehicles. It's no surprise most people want to be driving a brand new car. Now, does anybody want to explain to me why a brand new car is missing features that my 2013 Kia Optima has? As some of y'all may know, I've been car shopping for fucking about a year now? Yes, I still haven't bought a car because Papa's indecisive. But one of the things that I unfortunately learned in my car shopping endeavors is that a lot of these new cars don't even have good features inside of them. My 2013 Kia Optima, 13-year-old car, has a button that folds the mirrors, luxury, has heated and ventilated leather seats, luxury, and a little cherry on top, it has a nice heated leather steering wheel to keep Papa's gummies nice and warm during the New York City winter. You look at these new cars, $30,000, $40,000 cars. They don't have these fucking features. They don't have heated steering wheels, heated seats. If you expect us to drop the equivalent of a down payment on a house, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000, $50,000 being the average new car price in 2026, by the way, you better include some fucking $50,000 features. Don't make us, okay, $50,000 gets you the base model, but $60,000 gets you a heated steering wheel. Fuck you.
13 years old. That's the car that's embarrassing $60,000 trucks and SUVs on features, heated mirrors that fold themselves, heated leather seats, a heated steering wheel in a Kia Optima in 2013, and the comments picked up on it instantly. Someone asked whether new cars are getting stripped down or whether that Optima was secretly the peak of the entire industry. Given what just happened to that Escalade, it's not close, and somebody else just named it outright. It's called corporate greed. They no longer care about quality. It's only about the profits. All American cars are garbage now. Harsh. Also, so far, accurate. You're not paying more for luxury anymore. You're paying more to unlock features a 13-year-old sedan came with standard.
I'm literally just driving down the highway and I started hearing something in my car. The fucking thing that came off.
Fucking hell. B1, I have broken down again, and I'm in the most dangerous spot. I've literally just come out of the Burnley Tunnel, and I'm at the end of it, which is the most dangerous spot. And they're going to come, BYD's coming to give me a loan car, and they're going to wait for something. I don't know what's happening, but I need to get this car back. It's saying this. It's like system failure. I don't know what's happened. I can't move the car, and everyone's tooting me. I've literally had this car for now 11 minutes and it's broken down on me again. This is fucked. Don't get a BYD.
We just bought this all-new 2024 Hyundai Santa Fe, and after only 27 miles, the transmission's already giving us issues. You can actually hear the issue.
As you could probably hear, when you take off from a stop, it feels like the transmission isn't engaging properly and is slipping. So we're off to the dealership to see what's up.
Well, guys, it's been about a week later, and Hyundai did get back to us, and they said that it needs a full transmission replacement to fix whatever the issue is. Now, they've had a ton of vehicle technicians in and out of the vehicle from Hyundai Corporate to try and figure out what may be wrong with this, because obviously this is one of the first new Santa Fe's out there, and they don't want this issue repeated on other units.
11 minutes, not 11 months, not 11 days. 11 minutes behind the wheel before the car decided it was finished. And it didn't break down in a parking lot. It broke down at the mouth of a tunnel, traffic stacking up behind it, horns starting early. The car itself announced the powertrain was shutting down like it wanted credit for the honesty. Say what you want about older car problems. At least they usually wait until the warranty's expired to get creative. This one didn't even wait for the first tank of gas, and her advice, delivered live from the scene, was about as clear as advice gets. 3 different price points, 3 different brands, 3 different continents worth of engineering, and somehow the same failure over and over. A $250,000 Escalade. a mass market BYD, and a 13-year-old Kia that's still out here embarrassing both of them just by existing. That's not 3 unlucky owners. That's a pattern, and patterns aren't random. Here's what's actually happening under the hood of the industry, not just under the hood of these cars. Vehicles stopped being machines a while ago. They're computers with wheels attached, running software that gets pushed out the same way your phone gets updates, except when your phone glitches, it doesn't shut down at 55 miles an hour on the way out of a tunnel. Every screen, every sensor, every drive-by-wire system is one more thing that has to work perfectly for the car to work at all. More complexity isn't a luxury upgrade. It's more places for something to break, and it's why a car that used to need an oil change and a prayer now needs a software patch to unlock a feature you already paid for, which is exactly why a Kia from 2013 keeps winning arguments it wasn't supposed to be in. Older doesn't mean worse anymore. It means simpler, and simpler means fewer ways to fail. A car with buttons instead of touchscreens isn't old-fashioned, it's just less likely to die in traffic. If you're actually shopping and not just doom-scrolling clips of other people's disasters, that's the first thing worth sitting with. The newest version of anything is the version with the least amount of real-world evidence behind it. Reliability data exists for a reason. Read it before you read the brochure. And notice something about that Escalade. One of 25 150,000 people deep in a warranty line. Exclusivity used to mean quality control. Now it just means fewer people to compare notes with when it breaks. Rare doesn't mean tested. It sometimes just means untested at scale, and you're the test. The same logic applies to any car that just launched a new trim, a new platform, a new battery chemistry, a new anything. Somebody has to be the first owner. It doesn't have to be you. Then there's the money, because none of this happens in a vacuum. $60,000 for a truck that doesn't have a heated steering wheel isn't just annoying. It's a preview of the financing conversation waiting for you at the dealership. That number rarely stays $60,000. Add the dock fee, the reconditioning fee, whatever market adjustment line item they've invented this quarter, and roll it into a 72 or 84-month loan. And suddenly, you're not buying a car. You're renting one from a bank for 7 years and calling it ownership. The monthly payment is designed to feel manageable. The total cost is designed to be forgotten. Do the math before you sign, not after. Multiply the payment by the term and look at the number with your own eyes instead of trusting the finance guy's smile. And the features conversation isn't really about heated seats. It's about what included even means anymore. Some of these brands aren't just cutting hardware, they're turning hardware you already paid for into a subscription. Heated seats you own but have to rent access to. Unlocked by a monthly fee for a part that's already bolted into the car. That's not an upgrade. That's a toll booth installed after you bought the road. Before you buy anything with a screen bigger than the windshield, ask what's included permanently and what's included until they decide to charge you for it later. None of this means don't buy a new car. It means don't buy the first year of anything. Don't confuse a screen for a feature, and don't let a badge talk you out of research you'd normally do for a $500 appliance. The people in these clips didn't get unlucky. They skipped a step everyone skips when the car smells right and the seats are heated. The step is boring. It's also the only one that matters. If this is the kind of thing you want more of, that's what this channel is. Hit like, subscribe, and drop a comment while you're down there. And if a $150,000 Escalade breaking down at 18 miles got you this worked up, wait until you see what a 400 credit score does to someone at a dealership. That video's on screen right now.